pretty hard. All right, we are heading north today. I don't actually have a super firm plan. This is just gonna be kind of flying by the seat of the pants. I know we're gonna go to Chris Figgins' place, hopefully do a little fishing, and then maybe wander north. I don't really know. But I've already got the plane loaded. We're gonna push out and get heading north. And this video is sponsored by Squarespace, so thank you, Squarespace. More on them later.
2 hours later.
Yeah, well, that didn't work. I pushed the plane out, went to start it up, turned the key on, avionics start coming alive, and as I was waiting for the Garmin to fully boot, it finally does boot and then just shuts back off. And I tried power cycling a couple times, just nothing. And so pushed the plane back in, I pulled the boot cowl so I could get into the battery and put a voltage tester on it, and sure enough, the battery was dead. Now the batteries I'm running in this thing are these like anti-gravity restart ones, and they have a way that you can push a button to get one more start out of it. Basically, it's like a built-in jumper pack. The way that works for anyone that's unaware of lithium batteries, basically, if you over discharge them too much, you'll do permanent damage to the cells within. So all of these batteries are going to be running a BMS, a battery management system. And this one, this is very nerdy talk, but this one sets the cutoff voltage a little higher. So when the battery shuts off, that means, hey, this is like a warning zone. You can push this button and get one more start, which is awesome for if you're in the backcountry and you leave your master on and you want to get home. But that's really the only reason I will use the restart, is to get home, not to leave on a trip. So I decided I'm gonna be the smarter guy. I ran into town. Luckily, we have a Summit Racing here in Reno Sparks. So I ran into there, picked up the newer, actually upgraded one. This one's the HD version, so it's got higher cranking amps, 900 cranking amps compared to whatever it was, 680, and a little higher capacity. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in, call this a fix for the day. It was probably time. You know, I got 412 odd hours on that battery. Lots of hard starts. The Rotax, you know, swinging that thing around with a heavy prop, especially when the battery's cold and the engine's cold, takes a lot out of a battery. So I know someone's going to mention, why don't I run an EarthX? I'm a huge fan of EarthX. I've ran theirs for a long time. They just don't have that restart technology. And also, I'm pretty convinced that all of these cells for these batteries are coming from pretty much the same place. So as long as there's good quality control and good build to the battery itself, I think we're getting pretty similar reliability and safety and longevity out of them. So to me, the restart technology is worth it, just as my kind of fail-safe out in the backcountry. So let's get this put in. All right, all back together. Battery does recommend you charge it fully before starting, so we're gonna put it on the charger for a bit and wait for it to get charged. All right, it's been about 2 hours. It's almost all the way charged. I think that's gonna be good enough. Let's push this out and see if we can get it fired up.
All right, we are in business. Happy plane, happy battery. All good to go. What a pain. Just 4 hours delayed. Maybe 5? But who's keeping track? Anticipate some additional bumps due to this delayed departure. But does that look like something, that shape down on the playa? Never grow up. You have to get older. You don't have to grow up. Baker City traffic, Cub 69er Tango Papa, now 5 miles to the south, descending through 7,000 inbound for left traffic 31 Baker City.
All right, quick little splash of gas at Baker City. Got Steve on the radio, he's just behind me, so I'm gonna get back in the air and see if I can't link up with him. Head over to Lazy F Ranch. Well, this ain't good. I jumped in, turned on the plane, nothing. Same thing as this morning. I was able to reach in and hit the restart button on the battery and it turned on for a second, but then immediately went back off. So I need to check. There's a slight chance that like seat heater's on, that's just draining a bunch of power. Like what would be, but still the alternator on the plane, the generator, is a 30 amp one. There's no way I'm consuming 30 amps. So there's got to be something going on either in the wiring or the generator. So Steve's on his way over here. I'm not sure what to do. I mean, it was making plenty of power when it's running, but it does seem a little risky to fly it just off engine power. I don't know what to do. Sucks.
Well, something is acting up, feeding back to my batteries. Both of my generators are making power, although my main one is a volt lower. It's at 13.2 versus 14 on the ECU. So I'm going to monitor both of these and see.
Baker City traffic. Flight 2, Cubs taking off runway.
I'm worried that one of my generators might be getting too hot and thermaling out and shutting off. That would be one thing that could be happening.
So did you have to hand prop in Baker City? Or?
You can't hand prop one of these.
You can't.
No.
Compression.
No, and it's got all, you know, electronic fuel injection and all that.
Right.
So there'd be no way to get fuel pressure, but I don't know, the battery's got charging it now, so. Well, made it to Chris's ranch, Lazy F Ranch. Beautiful spot. And now my battery has charge in it. It's at 13.6. So maybe it's a bad battery, maybe there's, I don't know. Luckily tomorrow, I don't think we're going to be doing much flying. I think it's going to be fly fishing on a river, floating. But I think I'll have some free time that I can come and try to like troubleshoot this. So that's the plan. But I'm going to grab everything, throw it in the Ranger, and get things packed into the house.
It's flat and long. It's almost 1,900 feet. That's awesome.
And good morning, guys. So I realize I'm doing a very bad job at documenting everything right now, and the reason being kind of a little frazzled by what was going on with the battery. Kind of the delayed start yesterday put me off a little bit, and then having it, you know, be dead at the fuel pump definitely did. We jump started it. Both alternators are making power, and for anyone that's unaware of how Rotax works, it's got two independent alternators or generators. I think they're technically generators. One specific for engine power, it's 15 amp, and that runs the ECU, fuel pumps, all that. That runs the engine on its own. There's the second one that's a 30 amp, that's ship power. And in the event that the ECU or the engine generator fails, it'll trip over and pull from ship power and limit the power going to the ship. Now, on the other end, if you were to lose the ship power, it's gonna, if your switch is in the right position, which mine was in the battery and engine power, it's gonna pull from the battery. Now, what I don't understand is why I've now had the battery go dead twice, even though the day before yesterday I flew down to Jackson, California to get work done on my prop. I had 3 different engine starts, 0 problems there. It wasn't until I left it overnight that I had the problem. So you would think maybe parasitic draw. But then yesterday, the fact that it drained in flight tells me it's not a parasitic thing it's happening while I'm flying, it's drawing down. So it may be that the position I'm leaving the switch in is wrong, which I know it is now that I looked it up, but that wouldn't explain why that just started happening now. I've flown it for 412 hours like that with no issues. So first thing I need to check is if the battery died overnight, because then that would confirm parasitic draw. Simplest test right now. Ooh. Nope. Garmin's coming alive.
Sweet.
So that is a good sign, but it's just confusing. I hate these things that it's like a ghost issue. You know what I mean?
There's no silver bullet.
No. No rhyme or reason to this. The only thing that we changed, so basically the day before I left yesterday, flew over to Tony at Shock Monster, dropped a friend off, then flew down to Cato to get some different pitch links in my prop so I can cruise faster. And we did pull the upper cowling, and I did mess with the intake hose right here. And I think the engine control modules are in there somewhere. So the only thing I want to do is just pull the upper cowling and make sure there's nothing I touched. Otherwise, it's like, great, now I've just got a weird electrical ghost that I'm chasing down that doesn't make sense. Because again, going back to the generator issue, if my main 30 amp generator, the ship power one, went out, from what I hear, it's not like they are intermittent. Like it's like it works or it doesn't. So with it making power yesterday, that would tell me it's working. The question is, why did it happen that once? Is this a huge safety concern right now? I don't think so, but it's definitely something I'm going to be monitoring like crazy. And I'm trying to decide based on how things go this morning, if I carry on and do some of the other adventures I wanted to do. If I see this issue happen even one more time, it's probably going to be like a no-go. I'm going to head home and then realize I got some weird electrical gremlin to diagnose. And anyway, this is the talkiest I've ever been in a video, and I apologize for that, so thanks for sticking through this, but I'm gonna pull the cowling and see what we're looking at. Well, pulling the cowling the upper cowling was kind of inconclusive. There's definitely that area that I was working near, but all the wires look fine, everything's connected and solid. I guess we'll see now that I reached in there and kind of fiddled with everything, if one did have like a break in it or, a bad connection. My guess is I would see the issues again on this next startup. But for now, I think the plan is we're gonna try to do a little flying this morning. I'm gonna monitor closely, basically watch both generators or alternators to make sure I'm making power. And the big thing with the engine being fully, fuel injected and electronic ignition and all that, if the voltage drops below, I think it's like really under 12. Once you're at like 11.8, the engine's gonna quit on you. I'll have some time. So as long as I'm watching it, if I see that the main generator or alternator craps out, I still have quite a bit of time before, it pulls enough from the battery and then the other generator to kill the engine. So, I'd probably have, 45 minutes or something. So I'm not too worried about that. So I'm gonna put the cowling back on, and I guess we're gonna go fly around for a little bit, and it'll be a good test.
Okay, main voltage 13.7, ECU 13.9. Amps are low. Everything seems good right now. So far, so good. Everything is working properly. It's a little lumpy, but not too bad, and it does get rocky towards the end where I'm taxiing through right here, but up until then, it's not bad. If you're gonna roll past Chris on your right, his left wing, just know it gets like pretty hilly over there.
Yeah, this is an awesome spot. You are really good at finding the tiniest little bits of like BLM.
Postage stamp of BLM.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I love it.
Bush pilot life hack.
Yeah, no joke.
Is this not the prettiest spot?
It is pretty awesome. That was mellow, huh?
Yeah. Nice job, Bogey.
That's nice. Yeah, you're right though. The second half does get pretty chunky up here.
It's chunky.
Yeah. But under control, it's no problem.
Yeah.
29s are fine. I wouldn't bring in anything small.
Yeah. Is this another little postage stamp of
Yeah,
BLM?
it's just a little spot of
The amount
BLM.
of time I've spent on Onyx, like finding, ooh, little yellow patch. Like, what's that?
Yeah.
Took my penny to the well and threw it in. Down to try anything to shed this.
All right, now we are heading into the town of Troy for breakfast. Supposedly there's a strip right across the river with a little bridge from a breakfast joint. What river is this?
It's the Grand Ronde.
Gotcha. It's pretty. Oh my god, there's a huge flock of pelicans right on final. Which is just great. Precisely what we want.
I'll take a picture on my phone, so you know I'm not alone. And now you know that nothing's wrong.
This is some decently long grass, dude. Your tires are almost disappeared.
Oh my gosh, it was fluffy and light, but I think I helped them mow it a little bit.
Yeah, your prop is in it.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if mine turned. I got a little green on there myself. So we're gonna hoof it across the street and go get ourselves some breakfast. Well, that was unsuccessful. So back to the Lazy F Ranch, grab some food there, and then we're gonna go get the raft together and go hit the river.
Well, after an unsuccessful breakfast mission, but a good little exploration mission. Oh, hitting all the plants. Well, not to keep beating a dead horse, but everything's looking great. 14 volts across the board. Truly do think I was just overloading that thing unintentionally. And maybe the new battery didn't get charged enough, but I guess that wouldn't explain the other battery dying, but it seems to be holding great and acting perfect.
Going right over the top of you, Trent.
Copy that.
Well, I am feeling significantly better. Still something I'm going to monitor closely, but everything's working perfectly. The battery is now charged back up to 14 volts, or was at 14 volts, telling me it wasn't really even taking any more charge, that it was basically full. So that is all good news. I'm just going to monitor and you know, proceed with caution and just kind of see what it does moving forward. But anyway, let's go fishing.
I don't know if it's the time or the miles that lie between us now. All I know is that I got a lot to figure out. Feeling like I owe you more, feeling guilty that I don't know how to give you everything that I wish I could give you now.
And just like that, mission was successful. Good work. Thank you, Captain. He was a good rower. He was a good front seat. He caught, yeah, he definitely caught the best fish of the day. We all got into fish, so it was fun.
You stay out of my hard days, always there to lift me up. I'm a walk in the rain, your nice long drive on the highway.
Good morning, guys. It is currently 5:30 in the morning. Everyone else is still asleep, but my friends over at Flag Nor Fail, they're an apparel brand that I'm a big fan of, are having a big fundraiser event today that sounds really fun up in Kalispell, Montana. And I'm only about 2.5 hours from there. I figure I've been trying to make it up to this event for years. So we're gonna jump in the plane, head north up to Montana. I don't think I've ever had the plane in Montana before. So let's get going, we're heading north.
Yeah, good morning, Glacier Tower, 669er Tango Papa. I'm about 11 miles to the southwest, descending through 5,700 inbound with Victor.
59 Tango Papa, roger, enter a left downwind for runway, correction, right downwind for runway 20 and lift what midfield.
Right downwind for 20, and I will report midfield, 69er Tango Papa. And tower, actually 669er Tango Papa requesting a slight deviation.
669er Tango Papa, go ahead.
Yeah, I'd love to see if I could fly over an event that's just south of you guys, which would put me more lined up for a left downwind, but I could do a fly over that and then head back and make right downwind if you'd like. I would just be jogging a slight bit to the east.
Kavanagh Tango Papa, maneuver your discretion and report established in the left downwind.
At my discretion, and I'll report established left downwind for 20, 69er Tango Papa.
Made it to Kalispell, and look who it is.
Hey guys.
For anyone that doesn't know.
This is the first time we've met
in person.
You know, we've been internet text friends for a very long time.
Yeah, and talked on the phone a bunch of times. Yeah.
And this is the first time in real life.
Yeah, and so Rob's throwing a big event. I was excited about it, kind of in the neck of the woods, so I'm stoked to be here. Anyway, first time landing at Glacier, first time flying a plane in Montana.
Really?
Yeah.
Gonna be a good day.
Yeah. You brought the Porsche.
This is my airplane today. I'll be in the air.
You're jumping it, huh?
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that. Oh, it's like race car setup.
It is now. Yeah. I used to jump it with the regular seats, but it wasn't really great. Yeah. Just a stock SC.
Is it?
It's just a stock car that I just jump.
No suspension stuff?
No. So if you flip the tie rods, it raises it a couple inches, and I just put mud tires on it and called it a Safari.
I like it.
It's gonna need some real suspension soon. I broke the skid plate off this morning, test running the jumps, but yeah, we'll just run it till we break it and then we'll fix it.
Yeah, fix it better.
Yeah. Why are they stressing me out? Look at your little one. It's so big. I don't jump that far.
Yeah, no.
He jumps farther than me. We'll just hit a little one. We'll try not to hit Kyle here. This, and then we'll hit the big one. Yeah, it's kind of like an airplane, but a little 911, you know. So land pretty hard.
Yeah, that one you went a little deep.
So, well, I don't know how heavy you are. I did my weight and balance before I left the ground.
Back at the plane. That was an awesome time. I'm stoked that I made it up here. Plus, this is a beautiful area. I need to come up and spend more time. I wish I wasn't in somewhat of a rush. The reason I'm in a rush is that the day after tomorrow, it's supposed to be blowing 40 plus in Reno, which is like, you don't want to be in the air in Reno when it's blowing like that. So I need to make it home tomorrow. So we're gonna get loaded up, head over to Kavanagh Bay and meet up with Ty and do some camping.
Take off, or clear for takeoff for 20 for 669er Tango Papa.
Made it to Kavanagh Bay, and camera will not do this justice. I see why everyone loves this place. It is stunning. We've got like full campground behind us, which might be a little too dark right now, with firewood. There's a bathroom up there with hot showers. There's a lake right there, and then a restaurant right at the end of the runway. So this is like glamping. I'm happy to be here. So I'm gonna get all my stuff unloaded, start setting up camp, and probably try to grab a shower before Ty gets here, and then relax for check out this 207. That thing has some baggage, man. I'll stop bragging about mine. Cool Javron. It looks like the Cascadia Cub boys. Is that a PA-12 it looks like? What's up, Ty?
Hey.
Ready for some camping?
Yeah, I'm sweating from chasing around Scout. She's over there.
Yes, she's on a runaway mission. There she goes.
Not a runway, run away.
Man, I need to tell you guys, this the start of this trip was stressful for me. Obviously, the alternator issue, which we talked about probably for too long, was weighing on me. Now, I should give you an update. On the way here, I was able to charge the Starlink battery and got that up to 100% while my main battery was charging to 100% if I didn't have my nav lights and my landing lights on, or strobe lights, I should say. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the alternator's tired. Maybe it's all fixed. I'm trying not to stress the system too much until I get home and can kind of start ironing things out. I do wonder if when I pull the cowling off and kind of mess with some wires, if there was something that was slightly loose, if that fixed it. But again, if that's the case, that's not good because it's probably going to come loose again. But I've been monitoring it. It's been working perfectly. So this is the first night that I am like I'm kind of relaxed. I'm happy. The rest of the flight home is on over less scary terrain than what I just flew over. So once Ty gets camp set up, we're going to go get some dinner here right on the lake here at Kavanagh. Yeah, this is insane, dude. All right, made it back safe and sound. Hi, Dax, how are you? Safe and sound. That was actually not a bad flight, aside from the headwind, but staying up high, it was cold, and now I'm hot on the ground, so the sweatshirt's coming off, but it is kind of nice having the turbo and being able to just go up high and get there. And days like today, I almost could have, like, if I had oxygen on board, I would have gone even higher, although maybe that wouldn't have helped with the headwind. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that adventure. I'm gonna be monitoring that alternator. Everything seems good now, but that still doesn't justify why the battery died twice. So I'm just gonna kind of monitor it, and I'm gonna call some of the Rotax service guys I know and just ask their opinion on what I should do to test it just moving forward. So it is time that I push this thing away, unpack, go take a shower, the whole nine. But before I wrap this out, I do want to take a second to give a huge shout out and thank you to my friends over at Squarespace for sponsoring another one of my videos. And for those of you that have been tuning in for a while, you know that Squarespace has been a long time supporter of this channel. And honestly, it's sponsors like Squarespace that make it possible for me to take the time and energy to put into these videos to make the content for you guys to watch. So Squarespace, for anyone that's unaware, is the ultimate way to build a website and run your business. You can use one of their award-winning templates, or you can harness the power of artificial intelligence using their new design AI, which allows you to design a website from scratch. Zero experience necessary. Literally, if you can operate a mouse and a keyboard, you can design a website with Squarespace. And they have features for everything. So whatever it is you're trying to do with your website, be it an online store, professional photo gallery, maybe you want to book and schedule clients through your website, you can do that with Acuity scheduling. Honestly, the list goes on. So if you haven't yet, head over to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to purchase, make sure you use code Trent Palmer at checkout. That'll get you 10% off. And with that, you guys know the drill. Like this video if you do, subscribe if you haven't. Come be my wingman. See you on the next one. Peace.